In the near future, many interfaces will not be designed by coding, nor will they be designed by mousing on menu items. Instead, interfaces will be implemented from sketches. Technologies currently under development in the Human Interface Laboratory of MCC enable the generation of dynamic, iconic interfaces directly from a designer's sketch. Sketching is the quintessential design activity. It is involved in a myriad of disciplines, from circuit design to architecture. It has been called a skill of the hand that becomes a tool of the mind. The process of sketching is a way to see order. Unfortunately, most technologies introduce intermediaries between the interface designer and the artifact being designed. The designer's sketches have to be refined and then rendered. Even if the application exists, the drawing must be converted into coded prototypes, interrupting the design process. These delays introduce misinterpretations and long feedback cycles. HITZ, the Human Interface Toolset, promises to remove many of these disruptions and provides a more natural environment for design. HITZ is a unified collection of tools employing a runtime blackboard architecture and an underlying knowledge base for the construction of collaborative multimedia interfaces. We intend interfaces built with HITZ to assist with complex, knowledge-intensive applications in which sketching, graphics, natural language, and other modalities are required. The current context of our work is knowledge-based interfaces. We are focusing on providing explicit representations of the knowledge required for interface design. Such knowledge encompasses a wide range of information, from abstract conceptualization of communicative acts to that required for context-sensitive understandings of the intended meaning of a mouse click. To illustrate the power of HITZ, we turn to a particular example, the use of HITZ to design a copier control panel. We will show how a design of an interface proceeds directly through from an initial sketch to a complete working simulation. Sketches are done on an experimental interactive work surface designed in our laboratory. The interactive work surface provides a 17 by 24 inch flat, high-resolution, touch-sensitive sketching surface. We believe this more flexible form of interaction, via what could be termed silicon paper, will be a major characteristic of future computer systems. It has the ease of interaction found in paper and whiteboards, but is augmented by the power of computation. An entire interface could be sketched without interruption, but a more interactive mode is available. As components are sketched, a neural net trained on copier interface symbols recognizes them. We begin constructing the copier interface. A shape is drawn and recognized. Each recognizable sketch is represented in the knowledge base. The HITZ icon editor was used to design icons to be associated with each type of component. The neural net recognizes the sketch as a button and uses the knowledge base to instantiate an icon that replaces the sketch. As the copier interface develops, incrementally describing it in the knowledge base allows analysis, advising, and coaching. The collaborative paradigm we use here is that of non-intrusive angels that watch users' actions. When the system desires to comment on an action, the angel's icon representation changes from a question mark to a light bulb. When the user sketches a second button, the recognized button may violate various graphic design principles. For example, in many effective designs, similar components are aligned and are of the same size. Adding the new button activates advisory knowledge sources that represent graphic principles. This causes an angel to indicate that a violation has occurred. At any point, the panel designer can decide to consult the angel to obtain comments about the current design. The first comment indicates that the principle of significant difference of size has been violated. The user can ask about techniques for correcting this problem, or might decide to wait until a later point in the design process to deal with the problem. Here the user decides to equalize the size of the buttons based on the smaller button. Complex artifacts like copiers contain a multitude of components. A knowledge base that models copiers will contain many objects created by different individuals, perhaps working over a long period of time. A user of a copier interface design tool will need to refer to parts of this underlying model without necessarily knowing the names the knowledge base designers have assigned. Restricted natural language provides an effective solution to this problem. In this demonstration, the designer can type in a description of the modeled function, such as the copy starting action, starting the copier, or the start function. Lucy, our natural language system, then maps this to the appropriate concept in the knowledge base. Once this mapping is accomplished, the button can be tied to the starting function. Having indicated the correspondence between interface components and the copier model, all that remains is to set the number of copies and push the start button. HITZ provides the tools and the runtime environment that makes this copier design environment possible. The HITZ platform allows the construction of powerful collaborative interfaces and serves as a prototype environment for our research on advanced interface design.